of a pattern. It's a mobile app that uses Watson visual recognition. Can we see the architecture? Yeah. And it's pretty simple, right? You have an application, you'll talk more about it, and we'll be able to take a picture of something, do some visual recognition, do some nutrition analysis. Okay? So mobile device, some deep learning, some visualization. Now, Krishna, on the other side, will be using Watson IoT platform and some serverless computing. He's actually using Node-RED to visually build an application that takes, when he clicks a button, will go over the wireless, yes, perhaps, into your application, and then something will be shown up here. So these are two different patterns that we're using together. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the first thing? So what is the first thing? First thing we have to ask the audience, right? Okay, let me make sure. So this is a little quiz. Remember, it's Valentine's Day. That was a beautiful introduction. It was reminded. Thank you for reminding me it's Valentine's Day. So we have a cake and watermelon. So I'm going to ask you, if you think the cake has more calories than the watermelon, please stand up. Stand up if you believe the cake has more. You think so?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Now, sit down. If you believe the watermelon has more calories, stand up. One person is standing up. Okay. So, what really matters here, of course, is Krishna. So, Krishna, which one do you think has more calories?
Is it about the calorie count or the things that I want to eat?
The calorie count, not what you want to
calorie
eat.
count. Okay, so I think it's the cake.
Okay, well, let's see. What are you doing? Explain to me what you're going to do.
So the moment I make a decision and I decide which of the food I wanna nominate as the higher calorie value, I'll press a button, right? This device is actually wirelessly connected to IBM Cloud, and it sends an MQTT message to Watson IoT platform, right? Which is actually pulled up using Node-RED and with just one line of flow, right? So those things, as you could see, I didn't use any code here, right? It's just a visual programming flow in which it's more of a flowchart kind of interaction that I'll be doing, right? So in this demo, I decided that probably it's the cake. So I'll be publishing that it has the cake. We're having some network issues, just give me a minute. The cake has more calorific values, so I'd be pressing this button and I should see the items pop up there any moment now.
Okay, well, that's going over the internet.
Yeah, it's...
Let's take pictures.
Sure, so if you could see that happened over the mobile data, so it's a bit slow, but essentially what it does is Node-RED taps into Watson IoT platform and retrieves all the data for me. If you could see, it's not just about Watson IoT, it also has access to all the deep learning and machine learning libraries and all other Watson API services directly available under a click, right? So, yeah.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. That finally happened. Okay, so now, for the second part, so he clicked on the button, it went through an MQTT protocol into the IoT cloud, into this Node-RED application, and it says first item. Let's see if you're right. So now, what are you going to do?
Yes, so I have clicked a picture over there. Even before I go on to the response from Watson, I would just like to highlight the technology that we have used to build this. So we have used Cordova, which is a open source mobile development platform. We have used Watson visual recognition, which does an image recognition, where you can also train your content using the machine learning. We have used Nutritionix API to get the nutritional information, which is the largest verified database of nutrition information. And we have used Node.js app, which is a server side, which calls the Watson visual recognition. So let's see what Watson has recognized over here. So it has come back with red velvet cake with 100% confidence score. And the calories associated with it is 367. So let me now click the picture of watermelon and see if Watson could recognize it.
Okay, so 367. You remember that? Because you were very particular about the cake. Let's see. see if it's the case. I'm not so sure.
So even before I go to that, let me just give you a brief and quick overview of the visual recognition API. So we have a pre-trained classifier called the food classifier, where there are 2,000 plus global food tagged for you to make your process easier. So you can use this pre-trained classifier as a parameter while you call the visual recognition API to get the response, which is very accurate, as you saw earlier. So now let's see. Yes, so it has come back with watermelon over here, right? And then, okay, seems like we have to click the picture again.
No, it was there.
Yes. So
while it's computing, so this was funny because yesterday we said, let's make a demo. So we just downloaded the patterns and built the demo yesterday. It was pretty easy to do. And then we put it all together in about a couple of hours.
yes, so it has come back with watermelon is 61% confidence, and the calories associated with it is 36.
So you were right.
Yes,
You know what you win? Come here. You win your choice of watermelon or cake. Which one do you want? Watermelon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The whole point of this, and let's go back to the screen here so I can finish off real quick. The whole point of this fun demo is to show